You eat one of them for breakfast. You poison another in your basement. You cage a third and teach it party tricks. And you have no idea what's happening inside their minds. We rank intelligence by our own reflection. If it speaks, we listen. If it builds, we respect. If it looks like us, we pay attention. But intelligence doesn't wear a human face. It hides in places we never thought to look. In the barn, in the sewer, in the cage we bought for decoration. These 5 animals will change everything you thought you knew about the thinking mind. Some of them live in your home, some of them died on your plate, and one of them might be smarter than you. Number 5. You call him filthy. You call him disgusting. You set traps to kill him, and he outsmarts every single one. The rat. For centuries, rats have been symbols of disease and decay. Unwanted guests. Pests to be exterminated. We never stopped to ask why they survive everything we throw at them. The answer is simple. They think. Rats demonstrate something scientists call metacognition. They know what they know. And more importantly, they know what they don't know. In experiments, rats were given choices between an easy test for a small reward and a hard test for a large reward. If they got the answer wrong, they received nothing. The rats consistently chose the hard test only when they were confident they knew the answer. When uncertain, they played it safe. They assessed their own knowledge. They made strategic decisions based on self-awareness. Most animals cannot do this. Many humans struggle with it. Rats also dream. Researchers monitored their brain activity while they slept after running mazes. The same neural patterns fired in the same sequence. They were replaying the maze in their sleep, practicing, improving, preparing for tomorrow. Rats show empathy too. In one famous experiment, a rat was given the choice between 2 doors. Behind one door was chocolate. Behind the other was a trapped companion in distress. The rat ignored the chocolate. She freed her friend first. Then they shared the treat together. Compassion. From an animal we poison without a second thought. He lives in the walls. He watches everything. And he understands far more than we ever imagined. Number 4. She weighs 800 pounds. She spends most of her life alone, and she has been teaching scientists about patience for over 50 years. The orangutan. Her name comes from the Malay words orang and hutan, person of the forest. Ancient cultures recognized something we're only now proving. She is almost human. Orangutans share 97% of our DNA. But unlike chimpanzees who live in noisy social groups, orangutans are solitary thinkers. They observe, they plan, they wait. In the wild, orangutans have been documented crafting tools with remarkable sophistication. They strip branches to specific lengths. They select leaves based on texture and absorbency. They fashion hooks to extract seeds from hard-to-reach places. One orangutan was observed saving a tool she had made. She didn't need it yet, but she knew she would need it tomorrow. She planned for the future. She anticipated a problem that didn't exist yet, and she prepared. In captivity, orangutans have escaped from enclosures that were considered escape-proof. One famous orangutan named Fu Manchu repeatedly broke out of his exhibit at a zoo in Nebraska. Keepers couldn't figure out how. They watched him constantly. They found nothing. Finally, they discovered the truth. Fu Manchu had fashioned a key from a piece of wire. He hid it in his mouth during inspections. When no one was watching, he picked the lock. He understood deception. He understood timing. He understood exactly what the humans were looking for, and he made sure they never found it. Orangutans also learn by observation in ways that mirror human children. They watch their mothers for years. They imitate complex behaviors. They don't need to be taught. They simply pay attention. One female orangutan watched camp staff wash clothes in a river. Days later, she stole soap and a shirt. She washed the shirt herself, wringing it out, hanging it to dry. Perfect imitation of behavior she was never meant to learn. She lives in the vanishing forests of Borneo and Sumatra. She moves slowly. She speaks rarely. And inside that ancient skull, a mind is working. Watching, learning, understanding more than she will ever reveal. Halfway through. 2 animals down, 3 to go. But the next 3 will genuinely disturb you. One of them can hold a conversation. One of them teaches hunting techniques like a university professor. And one of them is eaten by over 1 billion people every single day. Subscribe now, because this is about to change how you see the world. Number 3, she weighs less than 1 pound. She lives in a cage you bought for decoration, and she can hold a conversation that will leave you speechless. The African grey parrot. For years, we assumed parrots were mimics, biological tape recorders, repeating sounds without understanding. We were completely wrong. Dr. Irene Pepperberg spent 30 years studying an African grey named Alex. Alex didn't just repeat words. He understood them. When shown a collection of objects, Alex could identify them by colour, shape, and material. He could count. He could answer questions about categories. He could compare objects and tell you which was bigger or smaller. When shown 2 keys, 1 metal and 1 plastic, and asked what was the same, Alex answered shape. When asked what was different, he answered matter. He understood abstract concepts. Sameness, difference, categories, relationships. These are concepts human children don't grasp until age 4 or 5. Alex mastered them. He also invented words. When he first saw an apple, he had no word for it. He looked at it carefully. Then he called it a bannery. A combination of banana and cherry, 2 fruits he already knew. He created language to describe something new. That is not mimicry, that is linguistic creativity. Alex also expressed emotion. When frustrated, he would say, "Calm down." When he wanted to return to his cage, he said, "Wanna go back?" When he made mistakes, he said, "Sorry." The night before Alex died unexpectedly in 2007, he said his final words to Dr. Pepperberg. "You be good. See you tomorrow. I love you." She never saw him again. He was 31 years old. He had the cognitive abilities of a 5-year-old human. And he spent his life proving that a bird brain could think, feel, and communicate. She sits in cages around the world, waiting for someone to ask her a question, waiting for someone to finally listen. Number 2, she weighs 6 tons. She hunts in coordinated packs, and she has never once attacked a human in the wild. The orca. We call her killer whale. The name is a mistranslation. Spanish sailors called her asesina de balenas, whale killer, because she hunts whales. Somewhere along the way, the words got reversed, and the reputation stuck. But orcas don't kill humans. In all of recorded history, there has never been a single fatal attack on a human by a wild orca. Not one. They know we're different. They choose to leave us alone. That level of discrimination requires intelligence. Orcas have the 2nd largest brains of any animal on Earth. Only sperm whales have bigger ones. But brain size alone doesn't tell the story. Orcas have highly developed limbic systems, the part of the brain that processes emotion. They feel deeply. Orcas also have culture, not behavior. Culture. Different populations hunt differently. Some herd fish into tight balls using bubbles. Some create waves to wash seals off ice floes. Some beach themselves intentionally to catch prey on shore. These techniques are not genetic. They are taught. Passed from mother to calf over years of patient instruction. Young orcas practice beaching under supervision. If they get stuck, their mothers push them back into deeper water. They are literally teaching their children. Different pods speak different dialects. Their calls vary so much that researchers can identify families by sound alone. Some pods refuse to interact with others, not because of territory, because of culture. They are different communities, with different traditions, different languages, different identities. When an orca dies, the pod mourns. Mothers have been observed carrying dead calves for weeks, pushing them through the water, refusing to let go. They understand death. They feel grief. They suffer. She swims through every ocean on the planet. She could kill us effortlessly, and she never does. Perhaps the most intelligent thing about her is knowing when not to attack. Number 1. He weighs about 200 pounds. He has an excellent memory. He recognizes himself in mirrors. He solves problems faster than dogs. He shows empathy, grief, and joy. And you probably ate him this morning. The pig. This is not a joke. This is not an exaggeration. Pigs are among the most intelligent animals ever studied. More intelligent than dogs. More intelligent than most primates. Possibly more intelligent than 3-year-old human children. And we slaughter 1.5 billion of them every single year. Pigs pass the mirror test. They understand that the reflection is themselves. They use mirrors to find hidden food. They check angles. They adjust their position. They strategize. Most dogs never figure this out. Pigs do it effortlessly. Pigs play video games. Researchers trained pigs to use joysticks with their snouts. They moved cursors toward targets on screen. They understood the connection between their actions and the digital response. They improved with practice. They celebrated when they won. Pigs also deceive. In experiments where one pig knew the location of hidden food and another did not, the informed pig learned to mislead the uninformed one. She would walk away from the food, wait for her competitor to follow, then double back and eat alone. Calculated deception, strategic misdirection. Pigs remember. They can remember specific events for years. They recognize individual humans. They recall who treated them well and who treated them poorly. They hold grudges. They form friendships. Pigs dream. They have been observed twitching and vocalizing during sleep, replaying events, processing information, living second lives in their unconscious minds. Pigs feel pain. They feel fear. They feel loneliness so deeply that isolated pigs show signs of clinical depression. Pigs communicate. They have over 20 distinct vocalizations, grunts for contentment, screams for fear, barks for warning, a full emotional vocabulary. He stands in a factory farm right now, unable to turn around, unable to see the sun, waiting for a death he can probably sense coming. And inside his mind, something is happening. Something that looks remarkably like thought. Something that looks remarkably like us. We measure intelligence by what benefits us. Dogs are smart because they obey. Dolphins are smart because they perform. Apes are smart because they look like our reflections. But the animals who score highest on cognitive tests are often the ones we care about least. The rat we poison. The orangutan we displace. The parrot we cage. The orca we capture. The pig we eat. Intelligence is not rare. It's everywhere. We just choose which minds to recognize and which to ignore. These 5 animals think. They remember. They feel. They plan. They dream. The question is no longer whether animals have minds. The question is what we owe them now that we know. If this video disturbed you, good. It should. Subscribe for more truths about the creatures we share this planet with. Because next time, we dive into the deep. Where pressure would crush your bones. Where light has never reached. Where creatures live that seem more alien than anything from science fiction. The Abyss. Coming soon.